Hey guys, it's Westek here. Come fly with me on another AI adventure. All right. Today we're going to be talking about simple email automation. For this example, I'm going to be using dental clinics, but it's a use case. You can use it for different businesses. Today I'm going to be building a real deployed system that actually turns a website landing page into an instant follow-up. So it's going to follow up from the email. For example, someone sees your landing page and they actually input their email name. I'm going to install the follow-up. As soon as that person clicks submit, that person actually gets more information from the company. In this example, the dental clinic, that is a simple follow-up automation that I'm going to be building. I'm going to be showing you my full step-by-step process and how I created everything in my workflow too. So if you run a dental clinic or any type of business that needs automation follow-up, or you have a landing page, or you do like a marketing for one, this is exactly for you. This is also perfect if you're building like a simple automation. You want to learn how to build automations for local businesses too. And you want a simple, valuable workflow. This video is for you. What are we going to be building? Here's my exact workflow of how we're going to be building this. I put the niche as a dental clinic. We'll build a dental landing page on Lovable. So I'm going to show you Lovable is a vibe coding platform. I'm going to show you how I prompted that to build that landing page. So that landing page will have a short form of name, email, also service and optional message. You can also customize it however you want. When someone actually submit the form, we send the data through a webhook through N8N. I'm going to be using a lot of N8N too. I know a lot of people don't like N8N right now because it's so manual. I really love N8N because it allows me to be in the building phase. A lot of people use AI to automate now, but I still go with N8N because I can actually customize things myself. I can move things myself. I feel like I'm more in the building phase. Also, you can use anything. You can use a lot of things now. You can use Cloud Code to automate, but I feel like N8N allows me to be more of a builder and more in the project, not just relying on the AI to help me do things. I'm actually building things. So I don't know, I'm a programmer. That's how I like to build. I like to build things. That's why I'm using N8N. There's a lot of stories about N8N dying now, but I feel like it's still going to be there for the next 5 years because, like I said, we're in the building phase. You're the one building it, not the AI. And I think humans are more creative than AI. So not to discredit the AI, but that's how I feel. Okay, let's go back. So the data is going to be sent through a webhook to N8N. That actually triggers the workflow. So once the person presses the submit button of the name, email, of the information, it actually gets sent through a webhook, and N8N receives that webhook and actually activates the workflow. So the way I automated this, it actually sends 2 emails, sends one email to the client, like a follow-up email. I think you need to do that. And also it sends an email directly to the company or the business. They get notified you have a potential client or you have a lead, so you know you can keep those leads. But you can automate things like you can actually have a CRM tool. It grabs the name and it grabs the phone number for the later purposes. We have a working CRM. You can also do that in N8N. There's a lot of things you can do. So why does this automation matter? I'll say number one thing is speed. If you reply in minutes, you know, the person is engaged. Some people don't have this automation. They see the message so late, they might not be interested. If you can automate this and they reply on your follow-up in, I'll say minutes, in 1 minute, that's awesome because you're still grabbing the attention of the client, you know, that just looked at your landing page. From that instance, you can book more appointments, add more follow-ups, people see it. So this is a simple version of lead. You get a lead and you follow up and book it. So this is a basic workflow, and every business I think needs this workflow. So I'm gonna jump into tools where I use. First of all, I use Lovable. Like I said, Lovable is a vibe coding platform. There's lots of vibe coding platforms nowadays. You can use Base 44 or Lovable. The reason why I use Lovable is a little bit cheaper. It's pretty good for landing page, not for like big website, but like basic landing page is pretty good. You can also use the free version. They have the free version. You just have to use the credits. Make sure you manage the credits, but I'm going to show you how to do that. For my automations, like I said, I use N8N as one of my favorite automation platform. For my automation, my workflow, I use a webhook. That's my trigger. I use a simple validation, then a send email tool, and also a response. I'm going to show you everything, how I built everything on my screen. and I use email SMTP. This is actually going to help you send the emails. I'm going to show you how to set this up. Without this, you can't really automate emails. I'm going to show you how I did that. So we come to use cases. Who can use this workflow? Who can use this automation? New patients, requests for like cleaning, checkups, they can use this. Emergency dental facility or requests can use this. Cosmetic services, even booking services like rentals, they can also use this. I'll say any local business that actually has a lead form or landing page can actually use this. Not just dental, I'll say HVAC, plumbing, spas. They actually need this kind of workflow to actually grab the leads and follow up with your leads. So at the end of this video, I'm going to fill you in on everything on the form, on the landing page, on the webhook, on how to activate the flow and how to automate things, how to set up your email, how to use Gmail for the automation. You can also use other email services, and then I'll show you my step-by-step process on how I built this. So what you need to get ready for the build, first you need a Lovable account. Actually, you just need to sign up for the free version. You also need an N8N account. That too is free. Right now you can get 14 days free trial. You need to sign up for that, and you need to have a Gmail email. And also I'm going to show you how to set up the app passwords because you need the app password. I'm going to show you how that is. So let's jump into my screen now and I'll show you how everything is done and how I did my workflow. And make sure if you can't really follow up, you pause the video or you just rewind the video back. That's going to be helpful. And I'm going to try my best to be more simple and explain everything step by step. All right, let's jump in. Okay, let's just go straight into it. Here's just a simple landing page. I use Lovable to build it. So first I'm just going to show you how the workflow works. So this is the landing page here. And also if I go here, I already have the workflow on N8N. Like I said, we're going to be using N8N. I love N8N. It gives me flexibility to automate things and do things myself. I feel like I'm more the builder, even if the AI is helping a lot. So I feel like I'm more the builder. That's why I use N8N. This is the simple workflow. But first, before I explain everything, I'm just going to show you how it works. Okay, let's go here. Here, like I said, this is a landing page. So just a simple one. So we're going to request an appointment. So I'm going to do regular, just type my name, my full name, Michael West, my email. It already has my email. You guys can email me. That's my private email. And let's say we're going to do a emergency. Okay. Anything to know? Let's just say I need this ASAP. Okay, now before we send this, okay, we want to activate our N8N workflow because we're not deployed it yet on the cloud or the internet. So I'm just doing this for testing purposes. Here to deploy this, we're just gonna deploy the workflow here. Just execute it, go back, and we send. We go back to our, as you can see, it's all green. So let's see what happened. As soon as we sent this, the workflow just activated, as you can see. Let me go to the email I used. So if we go here, it says, "Hi, Michael, thanks for reaching out. Received your request for emergency. Next step, gonna review required and we'll reply by email to confirm the best available time. If this is urgent, just please call blah, blah, blah. And optional booking, okay? Clinic name. I didn't include all this because you can obviously edit this later. You can either put your number. I didn't want to put any number, so I just put X and booking. And you can do clinic name here. And also what you can do, you can also put your clinic icon and make this more presentable. This is just a test just to show you guys how it works. Okay, so there. Then also you get an email from, you get your own personal email. So let's just say here, we got a new dental request, okay? So we actually got a request from the client that, oh yeah, this is the client that booked. So we have this. New appointment request, okay? Name Michael West, the email, shows the service, emergency, it shows the message I typed in. I need this ASAP, and it shows the time submitted, okay? And it shows the page where the lead is coming from. So this is just a simple automation where the client puts in the information and the client gets the email, and also the clinic gets an email that, oh, this client already messaged, or this client has filled in the information on the landing page. So automatically you get the name, email, and you get the message, and you get the time of when it's sent, and you get the page information, what page, if you have multiple pages. So right now we're just gonna go explain how the workflow works and what is automated and how each node helps out in this automation and how it connects to your landing page, because you have to connect it through a webhook to the landing page. So first, we're just gonna explain this. This is the webhook. This is the trigger. This triggers the automation. So we're gonna go here. Okay. Right now we're using a test URL. You can either use a test or a production. Production URL means you've already deployed it to the cloud. So this URL, you have to give it to the webhook on the landing page. But right now we're just using a test URL. Okay, this is it right here. And it's gonna be post because yeah. And we have the name and we have the information it gave us here. So we're just gonna do a simple, or we can use table. So this is the information we extracted from the landing page. This is my name, email, service, message I sent, and page URL, and the time it's submitted at. So this is extracting the information from the landing page here in this node. I'll show you how to do that on the landing page. You get this information straight up. And the next node is just validating field. So we have one value, we have two value. It gives a response. So response 400. And it means like force error here or missing required field error. So this shows in the landing page too. And it also shows here. That means there's something wrong. But if it's true, it goes to this place. So if it's true, it goes here. So this is the admin email. Okay, here we're going to have the name to value. And this is going to be the email for the clinic or the organization that's going to be using the email. We put it here. Okay, this is going to be a subject. Okay, and the value. Okay, so the value right here is my name. Okay, so it says this shows on the email. This is the new dental request, my name, and the emergency service. So we use a JSON body here, and then for the JSON body service here. So this JSON is extracting from the information. So how all this works, this is like a string. I'll call it a string. This extracts the information from here to here to here. It's to here. We're just extracting information. Okay, so this came from the landing page here. Extracting information we need. Like again, like I said, the name, email. Okay, and it shows, yeah, this is true because all the validation worked, and we were able to extract the information here. It went to this node, and it shows true. And again, the information goes here. It copied all this information, okay? It took what it needs. So here we have the information we copied from before. So we have the name, email, service, message here. And we also have a lot of things here. You don't really need all this. The value in this N8N works very good with JSONs. If you want to extract the name, you have to put the JSON. We have the new dentist. So we put the JSON body, the email service. And also, if you go here, we have text. This is going to be the text. And basically, it's saying the same thing. Name, new appointment, name, with the JSON body, email. You can edit this, okay? The way I went to this screen is I just went here, press here, and you can edit this if you want. So it's JSON body name, body email, body service. We have the body message here. So all these are just extracting information from here. You can even do this, but we don't want that. You want name, for example. Let me just put an example. Name. If you want to see name, you put a column and you extract the name. All you have to do is pull in the name here and you have it, name, and it shows here. So that's how easy this is. We're not going to do that for now. So here we have the value. This is the value that's going to be messaging, and this is the subject. To create this, we just do add value. You can either do a string, a number, or a boolean. You can do a string, okay? Value, the name, like we said, we can do subject, like we did here, subject. Here, and we can do value. The value is what you want to put. You want to put something, name, or anything. That's how I created the thing we needed here. You just, if you want to add new things, you just add value again. That's how it works. So this is the admin email field. This is what is going to be sent to the admin. So that's to the clinic, to the email. So we have to, right here, this node is just collecting all the information for that. And you can see here, this is the output. So this is the email that we're going to be sending to the clinic. And it says the new dental request, Michael West emergency. And it shows all this. That's all this I explained here. It's the name, value, and this is the string. Right now, we're just gonna go to the next node. This is the send admin notification. So this is what actually is gonna be sent to the admin. So first we have to do the credential, and we use a SMTP connect. If you want to do this, all you have to do is create a new credential. So if you're using Gmail, all you have to do is, let's go back to the Gmail, our Gmail here. Let's go here, let's use this. So first, you want to make sure you activate your Gmail to use a two-factor authentication. You go to manage here. First you go to security, then make sure you activate this two-factor verification here, and make sure you can use your number or email. Then after that, you need an app password. So you go app password, okay? You need an app password. It's gonna ask me for this. It's gonna ask me for this. So hope I remember. Oh shit. Okay, let's see. Oh, finally in. Okay, so it's gonna ask you for an app password here. So all you have to do is just create a new app password. Put the name I already created it. So here, and then it's gonna give you the password. Then you have to go here, put the user. That's your email. Put the app password. Put the host, and it already has the port. That's how you create the SMTP account. So after you connect your credential, okay, so this node now is just to send emails. So we activate it. And also, if you want to add nodes, this is how you add nodes. You press this, you search, whatever node you want, a code node, you search. You want a webhook, you search, all you have to do it, and you drag it here. That easy. So we're going to delete this. So we're going to go back here. Like I said, this is going to be a send. You can send, wait, response. So this is going to be a send node. So from email, we're going to be using our clinic email. Then this to email, okay? So this to email is coming. Remember, like I said, it's a string, right? All information is being passed from one section to another. So this node has this information. So we're attracting this if we're getting this information from this node. So we open this. So it says, like we said, N8N loves JSON. So it's taking to email, and it's going to be our email right here. As you can see, we can drag it and copy it. That's a to email. So you have to use it. So to email, subject, again, we're going to go here. This is the subject of the email. You can copy it, drag it, and it shows here. And we have the text. The text is here. This is the text. So what this is essentially doing, what we did in the former node, is we just classified everything. We put everything in one context. So this is the to, that's the email, subject here, and the text. So this is to here, name, and this is a subject, name, and this is the text. So the next node can take values from this, the name, here, the subject, here, the text. So we don't have to do extra dragging from what this node essentially is doing is classifying everything and putting it more nicely. So here you can do a lot of things. You can do things by yourself. So it's just classifying, grouping the things we need so we don't have to drag multiple things. So if we didn't have this node, it would just open this and we'll have to drag all this manually. So what essentially this node is doing is just grouping everything in one. So it's more seamless for us to copy. I think this workflow is very sustainable. So it's just, like I said, you just have to drag this to subject and text here. So to email, then the subject and text. Also, there's other things you can do here. You can do reply to, you can do attachments, you can do CC email. There's a lot of things you can do too here. Okay? So that's how you do it. Subject, text. Then we're going to the next one here. So this automatically sends to the clinic email. So the clinic email, that is this email here. So this, after it works, after it validates and everything, because this is automatically sending. So this sends to this email. Then we go to the next node here. Basically, is more like this. This is the lead. This is the admin email field, and this is the lead email field. This is the one where you send the customer, the automation for sending the customer. Like I said, it's getting information from what we're doing before, basically copied from here. So we're just going to explain here. So like we said, we have name 2 here, and the value here is a little bit different. We want the email from the webhook. Like I said, our webhook is where we put the landing page and where we put our email. So that's the webhook. That's where we're getting it from. So this is the simple syntax to get the email that we typed in the landing page. Here, as you can see, webhook. Thing about all this node is connected. Like I explained, information is being passed from here to here to here. Another thing to note is that this node can get information from here, okay? Not only from here. This node can get information from here. So it's getting information from every node before it, but it can't get information from the next one because that's the next one. So basically what it's saying here is that we have our string name to value from node webhook body, JSON body email. You know where that's coming from? If you look here, we have all our nodes here. We have the send email node here. We have the admin email field here. We have the validate required field here. And we have the webhook. So now to get this email that we typed in, because we don't have it on in our previous node, because our previous node is sending to our email. We have it, but we actually have it because we sent it to our clinic. But to get the original email, we can also go to the webhook here. We scroll down, go to the body. This is the email, okay? So if we copy it, we have it. That's our email. That's from the webhook. Also, we can also do this. We don't really have to do it, but I just wanted to show you here. We can do this, but this already, we've already grouped it. Let's not go here. Let's go to here. Also, we can get our email from here too. That's validate email, okay? So you can get the email from wherever. I just chose a webhook. So you can get it from the validate field webhook. And here we grouped it, so you can't really get it. So the only group we have is send. Let's just check here. Yeah, we have 2, like I said, subject, and we have text. So all the information is inside, but we only need the email, so we can't grab it because we already grouped it on this node. Like I said here, from 2, then we have another name. We have the subject. We receive your dental request. So next step, like I said, this is what is going to be sent to the client. Here we have all the information. We have the webhook node. We have, hi, Michael, reaching out to you. Thanks for reaching out. Like I said, this is here. We received your request for, you go to the webhook. What did we receive a request for? You go to the service. Who received a request for service, emergency. So if you put this here, receive a request for service, emergency. So like I said, we received your request for body service here, and it comes out here, emergency, next steps. And this -N is called new line. So anytime you see new line, that's why it's new line means just like a new line. So the new line comes here and then So for this, you have to know how to have to know how to read JSON. So this is very simple. So we have new line, next step, new line. Okay, here, new line. We have one. Our team will review your request, new line. That's how it is. So here, like I said, we've grouped it under text. We've grouped all this information on the text, and we've grouped the tool, okay, for our email. We've grouped this on the text. We have subject here. It's going to be the subject. And now we're going to go to the send node. For this node too, you have to have your email account. You have to have the credentials like I showed you. I'm just going to show you again. User, the email, the password. It's the app password, like I told you. You access that in the settings for email, the app password, the host, and the port. And from here, like I said, this is a sent email. We're sending this email from the clinic to email, like I said, to this email. Okay. Here, like I said, if you want to get it again to the email, you go to webhook, or you can easily go here and scroll down. You have the email. Then the subject, like I told you, because we grouped everything on the last node. Let me show you again. We grouped it to subject and text. We grouped all our information there. So we just grab that. So it's easy. So subject, if you go here, we just grab subject from this node. This is the node we were talking about. Subject, we grab that, put it here, and text. We grab that and we put it here, and it shows here. Easy. And this node automatically sends the email to the client. What is it sending? This is what it's sending here, because we've already grouped that. That's what it's sending. And it sends it. Then we have a response 200. This is just to make sure everything works and fine. Message is true. And this we can actually view in our console. And we see that true message, lead received, and confirmation sent. And we have all our nodes here. And that's just a simple way of automating emails. There's a lot of things you can do here. There's a lot of tweaks you can make. There's a lot of, you can do, like I said, you can do the CC. If we go here, options here, you can do the CC, you can add attachments, reply to, a lot of things you can do, automation. Now we're just gonna go to how we made the landing page. From there, just gonna close all this tab. Now for our landing page, I use Lovable. So the reason why I use Lovable, right? Lovable is a vibe coding platform. This is easy. You can just literally tell it what you want to build. Oh, I want to build a landing page, a dental landing page, and I want this. I don't know. I just like Lovable, and there's other platforms you can use. Like you can use Base 44. There's other. You can actually even use ChatGPT nowadays. But what I'm saying, Lovable is and the price range is not too bad too. So it's about, I think, $25 a month. The reason why I pay this is because I build a lot of landing pages for clients. And this subscription helps me build that. So what you can do is that when you build your landing page, okay, you can also connect it to GitHub. Make sure you export and commit the code to GitHub, then cancel your subscription, then also deploy it yourself. Because if you have your subscription, you have to be paying every month. So what you can do is, okay, pay the subscription for the month, build your web application, deploy it on GitHub, cancel your subscription. Then from GitHub, you have to deploy. There's different ways you can deploy it and get your domain name and everything. Okay, that way you don't have to be paying every month, but you already have your web application. I'm gonna show you the simple prompts I made for this. This is how it is, okay? Like I said in the beginning of the video. First, I did build a high converting landing page for a local dental clinic in Toronto, because I'm based in Toronto. So the goal is to get appointments. So the page section in order. So we have the hero, we have the headliner, so clear and conversational. We have the subheadline, okay? And we have the CTA button, which is this. We have the trust section. So this is just a basic, we have the service section too, just a basic prompts. You don't have to copy all these prompts, but yeah, so we have the base section, we have how it works. It's just, but you have to give the AI, this model, what you want from the prompt, and it actually built it, added everything. And from there, I wanted my fields to match the one in N8N. So I wanted the field to the name field, the email field, service. I came here and I said, add a lead form. What is a lead form? This is a lead form. So in the name required, email required, but must be a valid email. Services required a drop down. So I put the drop down with these options. Emergency whitening. We have the message is optional. And we have to submit. After success, like I said, it says thanks, the name you had. We have emailed you your next steps. We have this. And this is the most important part of the whole process, right? Here. So we have to, this is the very important, you have to listen to this one. So connecting the form to my N8N, what I had to do is I had to submit post. I had to vibe code this to, so I said post to this URL. Where do we get this URL? From here. That's the trigger. If you don't get that, this workflow doesn't work. So it's posting to this first trigger, the webhook, the test URL. This is it. So we copy it here, we go here, and we tell it that we want to connect this form, to our N8N webhook, post to this address. Like I said, the header. We're going to describe how it's going to deliver to N8N, because there's certain ways N8N receives information. They always like body JSON. Like, so we did post to this email headers, the content type. We have to do application JSON. So the body JSON, exactly like this. Name, field value, email field value, service drop down value, message text area value, and we have the page URL and submit it. And automatically Lovable accept this and it connects it to the N8N. Then from there, we can test it, see what happens. Like I said, this is what it's connecting. This is what we requested for here. We have the name, email, service, message, URL. That means it worked. And if you come here, it has other things too. It has a host. It also sends a lot of things, but this is the most important thing we want from the body. And it actually gave us that. And that's what we're using throughout the whole workflow. And again, to execute this, you have to execute this here. And if you want to publish this, you can publish it here and publish. So this is just a simple workflow. So from landing page, automated emails. So that's how it works. That's how it's so easy to do. So there's a lot of things you can do with this. There's a lot of use cases. A lot of people doing ads. You have ads, people go in there, put their names. You want to always keep in with them. Their leads. You can't just let your leads slip by. You have to have information and you have to like automate messages for them. You can also here, once it's sent, you can also automate the next 2 days. Oh, how was your appointment? Have you gone to appointment? You can also do this here. This is so easy to do. And that's just how it works. So that's how simple automation. Thank you.